What's up, guys? Ominous voice here to tell you about some grippers. Now, I've actually just got the camera set up like this because I'm going to be doing some close-up grip closing action. I need you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. But I've had some requests for a video or some education on how to properly set a gripper without damaging the finger of the setting hand. I've heard people of various gripper crushing strengths tell me that their fingers are getting eaten up by the knurling on the gripper, and I don't particularly have that problem, and I do a lot of work with grippers, and I don't think I have exceptionally tough skin. So the idea for this video is that I'm going to try to convey the information or convey some kind of tips on how I'm able to set grippers somewhat effectively without hurting my finger at all. And I'll also cover some of the basics for people who haven't really gone through a primer on how to set grippers. So you'll see on my right hand I've got a couple of lines. One of the lines goes across the palm. If I do that, it kind of falls right into that crease. It's not directly over these, whatever they're called, wisdom lines, or no, some palm reading stuff. It goes, but it more so goes kind of along the crease if I make like a taco holding action. And then the other line goes pretty much down the middle of my pinky. It's a little bit below the center line of my pinky, but generally along the middle of my pinky. So where these two lines intersect is where I want to place the palm side handle of the gripper. You can see it just kind of sits right over that center line and just kind of on top of the one that goes on my pinky, and so that's my starting point. But to set this gripper, I want to get the handles where my fingers are nice and choked up on it. This is a COC number 1, so it's pretty easy, but I'm going to show you on harder grippers so that you know, it's not something where form just breaks down and I do something differently on the harder grippers. So hold the gripper like such, and then I use a cupping action with this finger, but not the whole finger, just the top portion of it, and I hook around the finger side handle of the gripper like that. The thumb does not push the gripper closed. It only pushes the gripper into my hand to anchor it, while I use my chest to help me walk that handle to parallel or however close I want it to be, and then close it from there. And as you can see, this gripper handle has not slid back in my hand. A bad set will leave the gripper handle further back in your hand, and you really just don't have the range of motion to close it at that point. So let's do some slow-mo real-time gripper closes so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, after those closes that you just saw, as well as some that didn't make it into the video, how's my finger faring? Well, let's take a look. Looks like we've got just a little bit of roughness on the skin. Nothing deep, nothing's going to require a bandage or anything. And the knurling on these grippers is all pretty sharp. And we've got a Captain's Crush number 1, a GHP 5, a GHP 7, and a CPW300, which is actually rated 184. So some pretty sharp grippers and some pretty stiff grippers, and my finger fared pretty well through all of it. So I hope those slow motion videos help you guys get an insight into how I set and close grippers, and how I'm able to avoid any kind of skin tears or serious abrasions of my finger. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks.